G'day everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm about a week out from a track day where I'm going to test out the Revo Stage 2. Hopefully it's dry, and I'm just going to do some prep. Going to put some Gearbox additive in, going to fit the fog light air intake, and we're going to torque up some bolts as well. Quick look at what we've got. A little while ago we did the gearbox oil. It's not shifted right since on cold shift, so this is for cold shift help, and it also helps with performance as well, so that should help on track. We're going to put some of them in. We're going to fit the fog light intake that I got from Whoosh Motorsports a while ago. I'm going to hopefully be able to fit that up to the Mountune lower air feed, so that'll be good. Got a torque wrench, got a fluid transfer syringe, and we're going to torque up the wheel nuts, and probably off camera I'll get underneath and I'll torque up the rear motor mount too. First up, I'm going to go around and torque all the wheel bolts. I've got aftermarket nuts and lock nuts on these, so the aftermarket nuts say 85 foot-pounds of torque, so always reset your torque wrench back to 0 when you're done, but we'll get it right. They shouldn't be all that loose anyway, but we'll do these and then we'll get started removing the airbox. We're going to take the airbox out so we can get to the fill plug, which is, you may or may not be able to see just down in there. I will show you a better picture in a minute. We need to lift up this tab so that we can pull the plug off the MAF. We're going to get a 7mm socket onto this so that we can get the airbox free, and you also need to use a flathead screwdriver or something just to lift that above the clip so that you can pull it out. With the airbox removed, we've got heaps of access now. So this is the fill plug here. It's an 8mm Allen key, so I'll get that out. Mitch, who did the last oil change, if he's done it the caveman way, fill it till it drips. It may drip a little bit, but otherwise it should be okay. And I'm going to get the syringe in. It's got 2 long hoses, and I'm going to take out 250 mils, and then I can put the shift ease in. Alright, so with the 8mm Allen key bit, I've got it on an extension. Just have to get it in there, give it some pressure. There we go. There we go. Okay, we've got a little bit of a drip, but that'll stop in a sec. Okay, moment of truth. I reckon we've lost about 50 mils. So I'm going to take out just under 200, I think, and that should be fine. In with tube 1 of the gearbox additive. Make sure if you get something like this, check if there's a foil seal underneath the tube or if you need to cut the end. So straighten the hole and squeeze, and just keep squeezing it until it feels empty. It's quite a thick, pasty thing by the feels of it. But it's going in. And in with number 2. Straight in and squeeze. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so just put the plug in by hand until it stops dripping, and then do this up fairly tight. There you go, that should do it. To get access to take out the fog light, I need to take out the headlight. It's situated directly underneath. We've got a T30 Torx, we've got a Phillips head. This is like a push in screw. T30 Torx, and we've got the electrical connection here, which you just push the clip in and slide it out. So I'm going to do that off camera. I've done that heaps of times on videos. With the headlight out, we've got perfect access now to the fog light. In opposing corners, you've got a screw and one down on the opposite corner, and they're a T20. They're really fiddly. There's not a whole lot of room to get your hand in. So again, I'm going to do this off camera. You guys should know how to do lefty-loosey. Hopefully this gives you a better idea of what I meant by opposing holes. The top here, you've got a pin. And then in the bottom corner down there, you've also got the pin. And then above that, you've got a screw. And below that pin, you've got a screw. So opposite corners. And what that's for is when I fit this, the pins will sit in these two. And then the screws in here. So you just literally reach in, push the duct through the hole where the fog light goes, and then you can just sit it on top of the locator pins, and then you just screw it in from the back. Now this next bit's going to be really tricky because I'm going to have the airbox in here somewhere, feed the hose around and connect the hose to the duct. So what I've done, I've sat the airbox in place just here to a point where I can stretch the mount tune hose, and it's just starting to be fed in behind the washer bottle. So now I'm going to sit the box in properly, and then I'm going to reach around and attach the hose to the vent. With the airbox back in, so I'll make sure that all the clamps are done up nice and tight before the track day. Put your PVC line back on, plug your MAF back in, plug it in here, and I've ran the hose down there behind the washer bottle, and you can see it there. It actually fits perfectly up to the fog light air duct. So I might even go back in later in the week and get a clamp for that. I'll see how it goes on a few drives, and if it blows off, it'll need a clamp. Track day prep is done for today. I've previously checked the brake pads, they're all good. They're new rears, the fronts have still got some to go. I've been keeping an eye on the coolant levels, that hasn't moved, so I'm happy with that. Brake fluid, the same. I've gone and done up all the clamps on the boost pipes also, so hopefully they stay on the day. And if I need a clamp for that duct, I will do it. So thank you for watching, stick around, subscribe, because the track days are coming. Cheers guys.